Good evening, friends. This video I'm capturing on another judgment from Advanced Ruling Authority created hue and cry in the market in the case of Sabai Manohar Lal Rathi case from Gujarat Advanced Ruling Authority. Issue was this individual was having total income of 20,12,000, which includes renting from immovable property 9.84 lakh, and balance income was coming from interest on his PPF account, saving bank account, some deposits, and some personal advances made in his ITR file. He has gone to Advanced Ruling Authority to decide whether he is required to take registration in GST because his threshold amount crossing 20 lakh rupees. His contention was that interest which is earned on PPF, saving account, deposit accounts, some personal advances given is not chargeable to GST because this is not in the course or furtherance of business. What is being concluded and held by Advanced Ruling Authority? They have said that in GST, for taking registration, we have to look at aggregate turnover. And aggregate turnover includes all your intra and inter-taxable supplies, your export of goods and services, and exempt supplies. In exempt supplies, there are 3 items to be included, which is nil rated or exempted by the exemption notification for goods 2/2017, for services 12/2017, and which is not taxable under GST, which is alcoholic liquor for human consumption and 5 specified petroleum product. So considering the definition of aggregate turnover, what they concluded, this interest which is being earned on PPF, saving account, some deposit and advances, this interest is exempted by entry 27A of exemption notification, service exemption notification 12/2017. It is exempted, hence it's a part of aggregate turnover. So 9.84 lakh from renting of immovable property, and balance amount which is interest exempted by service exemption notification need to be included within the definition of aggregate turnover. Since it is crossing threshold amount 20 lakh, hence registration is required. If we look at this advanced ruling, then you will consider another advanced ruling after parotha and roti. Parotha 18% and roti 5%. Now this advanced ruling going to create hue and cry in the market. There are many senior citizen, individual, male, female. They invest their money in PPF account, saving bank account, fixed deposit. Is it in the course of furtherance of business? Are they extending any loan, advances in the course of furtherance of business? It is their personal investment. It is not the loans and advances extended. This is the first point I'm making. Second point, if it is not in the course of furtherance of business, then it is not satisfying the condition of supply within the definition under section 7 subsection 1 clause A. For supply to be chargeable to GST, it must be in the course of furtherance of business. Now, what advanced ruling authority is concluding, it is exempted, hence part of aggregate turnover. My first question is, at first go, it is not taxable at all. Where is the question of exemption? Can you exempt something which is otherwise not taxable? Second question. And third and foremost, that for exclusively who is engaged in supply of goods, for intrastate supply, threshold limit increased from 20 lakh to 40 lakh from 1st April 2019. One explanation got inserted from 1st January 2020, and this explanation specifically excluding this interest income which is being earned on loans, advances and deposits for calculating threshold limit for registration purpose. So what is the meaning coming out? If some taxable person having 39 lakh rupees from supply of goods intrastate and 5 lakh rupees coming from interest, total is 44, but because of this explanation which got inserted from 1st January 2020, this 5 lakh will not be considered. So 39 lakh would be looked at from a turnover perspective for registration purpose. Hence, he is exempted for taking registration because he is engaged exclusively in intrastate supply of goods. So this provision only for exclusively intrastate supply of goods. Now in the instant case which we are discussing, he is engaged in supply of service. Hence 20 lakh rupees criteria going to be applicable. But moot questions still remain that investment made in PPF, saving bank account, some deposit, advances on personal account, whether it is in the course of furtherance of business, which is not supply per se because business aspect is missing. So where is the question of exempting something which is otherwise not taxable? To my mind, this advanced ruling is again going to create big chaos and confusion in the market. I request government authority to come forward because this particular transaction has wide ramification pan-India, because lot many individual out of GST, because it is considered as a personal investment. It is not in the course of furtherance of business. If this kind of advanced ruling is coming out, definitely going to create confusion and chaos in the mind of taxpayer. Advisable that government authority must come out with a clarity and clarification what is being considered in the course or furtherance of business. To my mind, this advanced ruling is going contrary and not going to be applicable for registration purpose. Thanks for watching, and if you have liked the video and if you want to keep yourself updated with Bimal Jain, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.